people have powerful feelings about the traffic in Los Angeles. It says something that local officials warned motorists about a temporary roadwork closure on the 405 last year by calling it Carmageddon. Angelenos took the hint, and this weekend they're expected to steer clear of the latest 405 closure, named, of course, Carmageddon 2. That's how it is in L.A., a snarl of overstuffed freeways and commuters who keep their cool, except when they don't. KPCC's Stephen Cuevas has this profile of a punk rocker whose music expresses the insanity of L.A. traffic while extolling the virtues of public transit.
Couple of things you need to know about Eddie Solis. He lives in L.A., loves the band Kiss, and does not own a car.
Being someone who's from L.A., born and raised, and, having a few cars in my past, I saw the city much differently through a different perspective through the eyes of a bus rider.
Want to just go all the way to the back? Sure.
Line 18, Wilshire, Western Station.
Just steps from the front door of his home, across the street from a tortilla factory in LA's Boyle Heights neighborhood, Solis catches a bus that connects him with the city's subway and the commuter train he catches to his day job at an indie record label in Hollywood.
It just opened me up to little neighborhoods, galleries, clubs, bars, just everything. Just seeing what's out there, little pockets of the city.
Solis's journeys aboard LA buses and subway cars informs a lot of the material on The New Los Angeles Part 1, Through the Eyes of a Bus Rider, the latest release by the singer-guitarist band It's Casual. In Solis's vision of a new Los Angeles, people abandon their cars, climb aboard public transit, and rediscover their communities. One song extols the virtues of the LA County Metropolitan Transit Agency's Easy Pass and the urban underbelly it introduces to the rider.
And that's a nod and homage to, the people who know what you could even go cheaper and really beat the system and really steer away from spending money on gas and oil profits and all that. Is all it takes for me to witness racial tension, for me to witness illegal aliens. It's not to paint a negative picture, it's just my perspective of what is seen.
Off the bus and back on the street, we make our way past a jazz saxophonist playing for pocket change and down a long escalator to catch a train.
So, where are we now?
We're at the Red Line station, the Pershing Square station in downtown LA.
And what's our destination?
We're going to go downstairs another tier, and in about 5 minutes we're going to get on the Red Line going northbound.
Okay, let's go.
The Metro Red Line snakes from North Hollywood to downtown Los Angeles. It's the train that inspired It's Casual's signature tune and spawned a viral internet video. It was partly filmed late at night on a moving train as it hurtles from station to station. Solis thrashes away on his guitar and barks the lyrics, which celebrate the Red Line and call out the congested freeways that coil around Los Angeles.
Este es un tren del Metro Red Line a North Hollywood.
The 210, the 605, the freeways are not so nice. The I-5, the 210, the freeways are not so nice.
The thread that comes out of the record that ties everyone together is just be alive, don't be a victim of having a car.
The 210, the 605, the freeways are not so nice. I-5, the I-10, the freeways are not so nice. The red light, the red light.
An MTA spokesman said he couldn't comment on Eddie Solis's furious pro-Metro message, but the Red Line video was a hit at the offices of Move LA.
Eddie's done a good job. Thank you, Eddie.
It's the public transportation advocacy group headed by former Santa Monica Mayor Denny Zane. He liked the juxtaposition of Solis blissfully riding LA public transit in one scene with scenes of the band raging against those notorious freeway jams.
Eddie is all frantic when he talks about highways and so mellow when he's grooving on a skateboard and on the bus and on the Red Line. There's a metaphor for the transformation, from the, oh my God, I just got to get out of the traffic to hey, this is cool. I can mellow out.
Or you can blast the tune like Too Many People as you claw your way across Los Angeles by car, bus, or skateboard.
Los Angeles! There's too many people! I want them to go away! Even though everything is so free!
Too Many People could also be a motto for It's Casual. Over the years, the band whittled itself down to a power duo of Solis and a rotating cast of drummers. So you may think the burly, bearded punk rocker just can't get along with freeways, with people, or his native LA. Not true.
I love it. I love everything about it. I've traveled throughout the U.S. many times, and I could never look forward enough to coming back. The weather, the different cultures, the landscape. I was just like, you know what? Now I know everyone moves to LA.
Solis will bring the love and the volume during a Red Line mini tour next month. It's Casual will play a different venue within walking distance of several Red Line metro stops from Union Station to West Hollywood. For the California Report, I'm Stephen Cuevas.
That's the California Report, a production of KQED Public Radio in San Francisco. Our director this week is Nina Thorson. Sil Muller is our technical producer. We had additional engineering from Danny Bringer and Howard Gelman. Thanks to Hank Hadley at KCBX. Our online team includes Lisa Pickoff-White, David Marks, and Don Clyde. Our interns are Catherine Borgeson and Rachel Johnson. Tyke Hendricks is our elections editor with production help from Tina Lauerberg. We had editing support from Paul Rogers. Victoria Mauleon is our associate senior producer. Ingrid Becker is our senior producer. The news director is Bruce Kuhn. I'm Rachel Myro. Thanks for listening and have a great weekend. This is the California Report.
Funds for the California Report are provided by the James Irvine Foundation, expanding opportunity for the people of California and supporting the California Report since its premiere in 1995. And the California Endowment. Health happens in schools at calendow.org. And Chevron, investing in renewables, strengthening communities, and creating jobs. More information at chevron.com.
All right, welcome to Los Angeles Nista, the very first Beachwood Canyon episode. This is episode 94, and I'm your host, creator and producer Edward Solis, and my in-studio guest, the mayor. That's the word on the street. He's the mayor of Beachwood Canyon. Casey Dunmore, it's a pleasure.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm doing great, man. I'm honored to be here.
Well, I'm very excited to have you. You know, just really quick, Casey gave me my first internship at Century Media. This was 1994.
Like
94.
Yeah.
93.
It was
93.
It's a long time ago.
So it was about 20 years ago. And fast forward present day, and he's one of, the peeps that I stay in touch with. And he's here to articulate what it's like. I want to know what it's like to come from Brooklyn. Before, now you left Brooklyn before it was hipster.
Oh yeah.
Remember how bad? Remember
yeah.
It wasn't like it was now.
No,
okay, so I want you to tell people first when you left Brooklyn the type of neighborhood it was, and when you moved to LA the type of neighborhood it was.
All right, we'll do this real quick.
Yeah.
New York when I was growing up was very rough. I mean, you pretty much get like robbed by like kids like me in a sense. That's where like the intelligent hoodlums came from.
Right. Skateboarding and art.
Skateboarding,
right?
for sure. I skateboarded in New York, art, I didn't get into trouble.
Yeah.
But New York was very different at the time. And then when I moved to LA in 92, it was like right after the riots. LA to me was really cool, man. It was like suburbs. Like I'd have people ask me like, oh, what's LA like? And I'm like, dude, it's like Queens. It's really, there's houses everywhere. I skated for a little bit, but then I had to run in with some cholos in a sense. I was behind like a building, and after that, I was just kind of like, all right, I'm not going to skate there anymore. And LA really wasn't, at the time, a too skate-friendly environment. because
very
skateboarding
true.
was illegal still in a sense.
Yeah, the parks were closed. There's no free city parks.
There was
and it
none
was
of
against
that.
the law. Like if you couldn't even skate a street spot,
No,
you get kicked out.
I got harassed on Hollywood Boulevard. Like, I'm like, where am I supposed to skate then? Like, but yeah, I've seen a lot change, man.
Now, what I want to know is, tell me about your neighborhood, Beechwood Canyon. Now, you've been there.
I've been there.
You've been there since 92. Yeah. Now, here's the deal, man. You're consistent, and that's why I like you, because there's consistency. You and I have both seen a lot of characters come and go, pack it up,
Yeah.
and, with the music thing. I've never done a Beechwood episode, so I want you to tell the people about your neighborhood that haven't been there. I mean, it's very, secluded off of Franklin, right?
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's changed a lot. Since when I first moved there, it was very quiet. I mean, it was very cool, chill. When I first moved out, I was thinking about, maybe living in Venice or something like that, where there's a lot of people, because the change from New York. But I'm a private person.
You are.
And Beechwood was very quiet, hardly any cars.
But it's beautiful
a cafe,
up there.
Beautiful, but I think it was about a year ago, dude. Someone shot a gun off in front of our house, in front of where we live.
Just in the air?
No, I don't know. We were sleeping, and all of a sudden you hear fucking gunshots.
So the first gunshots of Beechwood.
I'm sure there's been other stuff on the block, because people are moving in and
right.
Kids just bumping their stereo. It's just kind of
Here's the deal, man. Where you live,
but it's
I
nice.
remember going there in the 90s, and I still, got people up there. So I don't remember exactly where you live, but the area, it's it runs north and south, the road, right?
Yeah.
Up into the hills. And as soon as you make a right turn off of, right or left turn off of Franklin. Up the road, I mean, you see these beautiful homes and bungalows and just this beautiful scenery, the scenic backdrop. You kind of forget you're in LA proper, right? I mean, it's a really beautiful, nature setting.
Yeah,
right?
No, without a doubt.
So
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's very nice in that sense. However, lately, they've been knocking down a lot of the character of the neighborhood, the houses, and installing, and putting up apartment units. So that's kind of killing
that charm
the whole
is not
vibe.
what it was, right?
Just even walking down to the train station today, I took the red line.
That's you're keeping it real, my
And,
friend. Car-free Los Angeles, right?
I mean, going down Argyle, it's
but you
just
grew up
there's
with that in New York, right? The subway.
I did. I still kind of have beef with the rapid transit system in LA because it's not as efficient as other cities like New York.
And that's coming from someone who spent a lot of years in New York.
Yeah, but it's hey, it worked, man. I mean, it was cool. I got here. All right, cool. All right.
$1.50 each way in the city.
Tap card.
Yeah. I mean, as you saw on Instagram, I just came from Whittier on the bus. 2 buses, giving a gift
You've been
to
doing it for years,
I've been
man.
doing it for years, man.
That's one thing about this guy.
I'm not faking the funk, dude, right? Am I faking the funk?
Hell no. Eddie's mass transit all the way.
Well, let me tell you.
No doubt.
I want to know, do you have in your neighborhood, is there an independent business that you like to go to that you could share with anyone? Cafes, food, off Franklin?
If Amoeba's still independent, which I'm sure they are, that's pretty much the only spot that I
support.
really, I go buy records. There's a couple of places like Tender Greens, which is nice.
Okay.
A lot of ArcLight.
Now, I had Mark Weinstein, the founder and owner of Amoeba, on here.
Oh, nice.
He was on here, man, and he's great.
You've been pulling it in. Seriously.
Well, dude, you know what? I totally thought of you because, I had Russ go in, the dubstep DJ.
Saw that.
He's a pretty big cat. He pulls in numbers, and he just headlined a Palladium. And
Tony Alva.
Yeah,
dude.
I told him, I go, the last time I had a live experience with a DJ set in a major rock venue was when I saw Prodigy at the Mayan. And that was because of you. You got me into him because Cool Keith was on the record, right?
The mid-90s, man.
Absolutely.
On that tip, you remember the whiskey? When I played the whiskey?
You played the whiskey with
I could probably, it was just me.
One guitar.
Not even one guitar, just my keyboards, dude.
Yeah. All of us, right?
I could probably, I think it was you, Jay, and then me, because you were like booking shows like crazy, like the M Productions.
Yeah.
Cats. Dude, we were like running this.
Dude. Yeah, I'm telling you, back in the day, man. Well, look at now you have been creating music for a long time. Your music has got a lot of placement in places. You've done well with that. Let's talk about your music you're going to play. Is it still called Spilkus?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's my production name. You know, that's like my brand. I mean, ever since you've known me, I've had Spilkus, you know.
And what does Spilkus mean in Yiddish?
It's ants in the pants. It's Yiddish slang for ants in the pants.
Okay.
You know, so a coworker like yelled that out one day at me, and I just kind of like stopped and I just like wrote it down because I just felt it sort of translated to the type of music that I do and produce. You know,
yeah, very much so.
I'm definitely not like constrained to like one genre, one style. You know, I'm open to all kinds of music.
There's good music and bad music, right? And all genres.
Yeah. But just stylistically, you know, like a lot of people, you know, I tell them I do electronic music, so like they even break it down even further. So what do you do? Drum and bass? Do you do dubstep? Do you do this? I'm like, no, I do a lot. I like to say urban electronic music.
That's a great way to put it.
You know. But, you know, I'm classically trained, play piano, play guitar, play drums. And
you do. I remember
I make music.
You did a lot of piano, yeah. Fantastic. I want to hear some. Let's play a track right now. Let's play a track. Does this have a title, or is it one of your tracks that you just have on hand for usage, for placement?
Well, okay, so there's like two kinds of things. Like there's music that I write for like Universal Killer Tracks music group. You know, a lot of that stuff is production music. You know, that's
you make it for that reason.
I make it for that reason.
Coherent.
It's not. Yeah, it's not commercially available, even though it should be. Because I have like people like hit me up, like, hey, you know, I'd like to. Where can we buy this? You know,
fantastic.
But
that's a good problem to have.
It's specific. You know, and then I also have some albums that I've done.
Mm-hmm.
Just my own thing, and then lately I've been doing a lot of music for movie trailers, you know, sound design, you know, a lot of that stuff I could play, but I can't broadcast it.
Exactly.
You know, but right now I'm going to play something, you know, original. It's a track that I have called Bobo. It's gotten a lot of good legs. I consider it rugged disco.
Oh, wow. Good name.
And should I play it?
Play it now.
Okay.
Here we go.
Yeah, here we go. Bobo.
Welcome back to the 94th episode of Los Angeles Nista. In studio guest, Casey Dunmore. What's up, man? That was your stuff Spilkus, right?
Yes.
That was called Bobo.
That was called Bobo, yes. Off of an album that I did called Diversity is Key.
Right.
Which I actually have a actual CD. Dude, I pressed the CD.
That's great.
A couple of years ago.
Really quick, tell me, you know, a lot of your music is actually placed in different trailers and stuff like that. Can you just say, I know we can't hear the music, we can't broadcast it, but
oh, yeah.
Can you say some of the projects your music has been placed in?
I mean, Jimmy Kimmel's used my music. Nike's used my music. I did the theme song for the TV show Tia and Tamara.
Good for you, man.
Which was on Style, but now they're doing like the reruns on E, MTV, VH1, all of Europe. I've actually done some, I had a placement for the movie trailer Pacific Rim on TV. I had a second spot on that. You know, I have stuff that pops up. So, I mean, I'm blessed to be working, doing music for 8 years.
Dude, that is amazing. And I commend you because if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. Simple as that, man.
For sure.
And I'm happy to have you on as the 94th episode. In addition to that,
I'm honored to be here.
You know, you're part of the 94th episode. You're playing your tunes. We're talking about an area we haven't tapped yet on Los Angeles Nista. And I think, you know, anyone could take the red line from any direction, get off on Hollywood and Vine, and walk up to Franklin and find Beechwood, and that's the neighborhood we're talking about.
Yeah. Okay.
You know?
So we're okay.
Yeah. Anything you want to say before we go? I think we're you know, you want to play another track? You want to chat more about life?
It's up. Yeah, life, man. I've known this dude for 20 years plus. You know, he said, he was my intern. I don't like to use that word too much. You know, there was this whole thing of like interns suing fucking companies, you know, and it's just like, that's kind of stupid. You got to pay your dues, especially if you work in a lifestyle like job, such as entertainment.
It's unconventional.
It's unconventional. You have to live it. And then the thing about, I like to give props to Eddie, because ever since I've known this dude, like he's always been on the hustle, the grind, and has made shit happen.
Oh man, thank you so much.
Period. Like he has, like this dude, yeah, he should be the mayor of Whittier.
Let's talk about the first phone call when I called the label and I talked to you.
When I opened up the door, I was just like, what do you expect to do? Because I've had a lot of kids.
My first internship at Century Media.
First internship at Century Media Records, which was a black metal label, you know, which is huge now, whatever. But he took the bus from Whittier, okay?
To Santa Monica.
To Santa Monica.
Before the bus system was good.
Yeah, to Santa Monica. And this is like 93, 94.
Hours.
Trust me, dude, Glassell Park, I had to do that run once on a bus. But anyways, I asked him, you know, what is it that you want to do? You know, because I've had a lot of people come through the doors, you know, and granted, I'm probably only like 20 years old or so, 21.
I think you're 21 at the time.
You know, we were really
College
young.
radio department.
We were very young.
I was 18.
You know, what do you expect to do? And a lot of other people with like their degrees and stuff, oh, I want to do A&R. And I'm like, you know, it's not really going to happen. Sorry, I don't mean to bust your bubble, but that shit takes years. And he was just like, dude, I'll clean the bathroom. I'll clean the toilets. And I'm like, all right, this dude's a keeper. And then ever since then, man, like, you know, that finished, and I was at a independent promotions company, retail.
You brought me in.
I called Eddie. I'm like, yo, man, do you want some work? Because I knew he can do it.
You brought me in from Priority. Remember? I was at Priority right before that.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a paid internship there. It was like turned into a hired
See,
gig.
that's the slick shit, man. For all you interns want to sue, if you have worth it. You'd get a paid internship or,
because they want you there.
Because they want you
They
there.
wanted me there. And I showed up, and then they said, okay, well, now we'll give you a full-time job at this rate.
Exactly.
And that was it.
And you did everything, man. Publicity,
Mailroom.
interviewing bands, like... You don't even know our history, people.
Yeah.
Like we've basically cut our teeth in this industry together.
And it's a very special moment to have you on.
Thank you.
And to tell that story. And 20 years later, here we are.
Yeah, we're doing it. Making
as
moves,
relevant
dude.
as ever. And congrats to you, and thank you for being a part of the episode.
Thank you so much, man. It's a pleasure. Peace.